The theater of dreams can sometimes feel more like a stage of nightmares. And over the course of a grueling season, Manchester United's biggest nightmare has come from the very position once considered their final line of security. At Old Trafford, the goalposts have witnessed mistake after mistake, heart-stopping blunders, and a sense of instability radiating from the gloves of André Onana and Altay Bayındır. What was supposed to be a fortress has turned into a weakness, an illness eating away at United's ambitions. A shocking defeat to Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup hasn't just deepened Manchester United's crisis, it's also pushed goalkeeper André Onana into the eye of the storm, as furious fans turn their criticism towards him. At Blundell Park, Onana endured a nightmare first half. In the 20th minute, he was beaten at his near post by Charles Vernam, a strike most keepers at this level would have expected to stop. Less than 10 minutes later, things went from bad to worse. Misjudging a cross from the left, Onana failed to claim the ball, leaving defender Tyrell Warren with a simple finish into an empty net to make it 2-0 for the hosts. For United supporters, these errors only add to the growing doubts about Onana's future. Once hailed as the perfect fit for a possession-based system, the Cameroonian has struggled to live up to expectations since arriving at Old Trafford, and patience is wearing thin. In the middle of this crisis, a new name has emerged from the Belgian Pro League, carrying with him the hope of a fundamental change. Senne Lammens, the 23-year-old Royal Antwerp goalkeeper, often dubbed the heir to Thibaut Courtois, is now on his way to Old Trafford. There's a glaring issue that Man United cannot ignore, and it is the fact they need to find a goalkeeper. They have to, Gary Neville exclaimed on Sky Sports after watching Altay Bayındır gift Arsenal the only goal in United's season opener at the Emirates. That sharp, uncompromising verdict wasn't just an emotional outburst, it summed up the frustration of millions of United fans around the world. Since the departure of David De Gea, the goal has become United's Achilles heel. Onana, brought in by Erik ten Hag as the man to revolutionize United's play from the back, has instead become a symbol of inconsistency. Brilliant saves 1 minute, reckless passes or poor decision-making the next. Confidence has been swallowed whole under the crushing weight of Old Trafford. Bayındır's story is no different. Even after being handed chances by new manager Reup, he has failed to show himself as a reliable option. His blunder against Arsenal was the breaking point. Right now, Amorim is simply choosing the lesser of two evils, with Bayındır keeping his place for lack of a better alternative. Meanwhile, 39-year-old Tom Heaton remains nothing more than an emergency backup. And so, United are caught in a vicious cycle. The defense plays in constant fear, the build-up from the back breaks down, and crucial points slip away week after week. Neville was right. A great club cannot compete at the highest level without a true leader in goal, someone who dominates the box, commands the defense, and pulls off match-winning saves. That's why United have decided enough is enough. The board has moved swiftly, and all roads now point to Senne Lammens. A deal worth £17 million is already in motion, as United look to finally bring stability to the position that has haunted them for too long. Senne Lammens was never the kind of wonder kid splashed across headlines at 15. His story isn't about instant stardom, but about persistence, steady progress, and one bold, career-defining decision. He first kicked a ball at local side Bambrug at just 5 years old. 3 years later, professional outfit Dender spotted his talent, and from there, his development skyrocketed. By 2014, Lammens had earned a place at the famous Club Brugge Academy, one of Belgian football's true powerhouses. Only 3 years on, at 16, his name appeared on the first-team squad list for a Champions League clash with Atletico Madrid. It wasn't yet a breakthrough moment, but it was a glimpse of what was to come. Then came the summer of 2019. Brugge signed ex-Liverpool goalkeeper Simon Mignolet, choosing patience over rushing the young prospect. But Lammens would soon force Europe to remember his name. That December, in a UEFA Youth League clash against Real Madrid U19s, Brugge trailed in stoppage time. Up he came for a last-gasp corner, and with a fearless leap, He headed home an unbelievable 95th minute equalizer, a goalkeeper scoring to save his team, 2-2, and into the knockouts. It was the stuff of dreams, a moment that stamped his courage and fighting spirit on the European stage. After shining with club NXT, Brugge's U23 side, Lammens made his senior debut in July 2021. With Mignolet injured, he started the Belgian Super Cup against Genk, playing the full 90 minutes in a thrilling 3-2 win, his first professional trophy at just 19 years old. But once Mignolet returned, opportunities dried up. 2 long seasons as a backup forced Lammens into a brave choice: to leave Brugge as a free agent at the end of 2022-23. Risky, yes, but it proved to be the turning point. He signed for Royal Antwerp, the reigning champions of Belgium, on a 4-year deal. Under the guidance of club legend Mark van Bommel, he initially sat behind Jean Bouteilles. Yet patience, once again, paid off. By the 2023-24 campaign, new head coach Jonas de Reup put his trust in him, and Lammens delivered. Despite Antwerp's struggles, the young goalkeeper thrived. He became a penalty specialist, saving 4 spot kicks in a single season. He kept 10 clean sheets, and his commanding performances earned him a first-ever call-up to the Belgian national team in March. He didn't play, but training alongside Thibaut Courtois was priceless. And soon, the whispers began. Manchester United were watching. When Antwerp kicked off the 2025-26 season, Lammens' assured display only strengthened United's resolve. The theater of dreams might just be about to welcome its next guardian. So why has Senne Lammens become a top target for Manchester United? Because he brings something Old Trafford has been crying out for: a complete skill set, the perfect blend of a modern goalkeeper and an old-school shot stopper. Standing tall at 1.91 meters, Lammens has the physique every club dreams of between the posts. But it's not just about height, it's about presence. He commands his box with authority, reading the flight of the ball and stepping out with confidence. As Antwerp coach Stijn Vreven once said, Senne is a modern goalkeeper. He gives the defense confidence. When the high balls come in, Senne is there, and that gives the center-backs a sense of peace. That's exactly what Manchester United have been missing. Both Onana and Bayındır have looked shaky under the aerial bombardments of the Premier League. Lammens, on the other hand, thrives in those moments. His greatest strength? Reflexes and composure in one-on-one situations. Last season, he made 127 saves, the most in the Belgian Pro League. According to Statman Dave, he ranks in the top 1% of goalkeepers across Europe's top 20 leagues for goals prevented. Calm under pressure, lightning-fast reactions, and intelligent positioning make him a nightmare for strikers. And then there's his distribution, a department where Onana has often disappointed in England despite big expectations. Lammens is different. Comfortable with both feet, he can ping accurate long passes to launch counterattacks, a vital element in Ruben Amorim's tactical system. Of course, he's not the finished article. At just 23, with only 1 full season as a starter, there are still rough edges. Former club Brugge scout Bert de Tamsen explained, to truly reach the top level, he needs to improve his accuracy. Sometimes his risks come from inexperience, like a poor goal kick here or there. But occasionally those mistakes have led to goals. But that's part of his journey. A young keeper with the raw tools, the mentality, and the modern profile to grow into United's long-term number 1. Mistakes are part of the game, especially for a young goalkeeper. For Manchester United, the real gamble isn't that Senne Lammens makes errors, but that they're investing £17 million in a talent who has yet to prove himself at the very highest level. And yet, with his calm demeanor and relentless drive to improve, Lammens looks equipped to adapt quickly. The comparisons with Thibaut Courtois are inevitable. Both possess towering frames, surprising agility, and that commanding aura inside the penalty area. Former Antwerp goalkeeping coach Frank de Bleeker is convinced. Senne can become Belgium's number 1 in the future. He can reach the same level Courtois is at today. For Manchester United, that would be a dream scenario. But to get there, Lammens will need to sharpen his decision-making and eliminate those occasional lapses in concentration. With the elite coaching setup at Carrington, there's every chance those rough edges can be polished away. And make no mistake, Lammens himself is buzzing at the prospect of joining United. He admitted, "The first time I heard the news, I thought, wow, one of the world's most famous clubs is following me. That's special. It's the best league in the world, and my profile, my style, matches English football. You need to be physically strong there, and that suits me." That self-belief, that clear understanding of his own strengths, is exactly what United need. Unlike Onana and Bayındır, Lammens isn't intimidated by the physical demands of the Premier League. He welcomes them. This summer, Manchester United have splashed more than £200 million on attacking firepower. Benjamin Šeško, Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo. Yet, in the end, the £17 million deal for Senne Lammens might just prove the most important of them all. He's not just arriving to compete. He's here to set a new standard in goal. A standard Old Trafford has been craving ever since the days of Edwin van der Sar. Every gamble carries risk. But this one? With Lammens, it feels like a calculated risk, and perhaps a winning one.